Good day folks, my name is Sean and this is Air Photography. Just a quick little video for you today. Overnight DJI updated the DJI Fly App. It's now at version 1.4.8. Now the update that I'm demonstrating today is for iOS. I'm not quite sure about Android as I don't own any Android devices to test. This is a fairly minor update. They have made some interesting changes. As far as I can tell, there is no firmware update for the Air 2S or the DJI Mini 2. Mainly just a few interface changes. This update reflects all the drones that can be used with the Fly app. Now some of the updates are geared specifically for the Air 2S, and we'll take a look at all these things here in a minute. So let's take a look at the release notes first. So the first thing on the release notes there, it says add support for the DJI Mini SE. This is a new drone that is coming. It's kind of the entry-level drone, basically a repackaged Mavic Mini, the original Mavic Mini. They've made a few minor changes to it, and it's going to come in at a really low cost to help those who are just kind of getting into droning. They want something that's low cost, something easy to fly. We're going to cover that new drone in a separate video. So these next points here are what we're going to be taking a look at today. You can see it adds trim download for the Air 2S. Trim download was something that was first introduced for the Mini 2, and now they've brought it over to the Air 2S, and again, we'll take a look at that here in a second. The next thing it lists there is optimizes camera exposure parameter adjustment. So basically your EV compensation, they've changed how that works, and again, we will take a look at that. And the last thing there, it says optimizes attitude indicator and map on bottom left of the screen. So basically your little attitude indicator, that compass, they've made a few changes there. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these changes. The first thing is you can see here when we select the EV compensation, it now has this new kind of slider bar that gives us the values right on it. I'll show you what it used to look like before this update. You can see when we clicked on it, it was just a bar and you could slide it around and it would show you the numbers. But now as you can see after the update, once you click the EV compensation, it lists the numbers right there that you can slide through. All the way down from negative 3.0 all the way up to plus 3.0. So that's just a minor design tweak, but I think I actually like that better. Now the next thing they've changed down here is the attitude indicator. They've done some minor tweaks to it, and they've added a new feature. Now it looks like what they've done here is they've added obstacle avoidance. You can see at the back of that, the drone icon, the little triangle there, there's now a red mark. And if we move this around, you can see there's one at the front, and it adjusts depending on what kind of obstacles are in front of it. Now I haven't had it up in the air testing it out yet to see how well it works. It doesn't work too well in here with all the walls and that around me. So that is kind of interesting. I don't know personally how useful that will be. You do already have the orange bars at the top and bottom to signify, when you're getting close to an object. Now the last thing they added is trim download, and this is something I'm actually pretty happy about. I think this is the most important update for this new Fly app update. If we go to our gallery, now I've just recorded a quick clip here because I formatted my memory card the other day, so I don't actually have any drone footage on there. But anyways, if we go in there and we bring up a clip, before when you want to download this, say to your phone, you have to download the entire clip. And it's not a fast process. If you have a 4 gigabyte clip, it can take quite a bit of time, especially if you have 5 or 6 clips that are all about 4 gigabytes, but you might only want little sections of each clip. You can burn through almost a whole battery just trying to get that footage downloaded to your phone. But now when we click on the download button, you can see here it gives us this new option. It says full download or trim download. If we click on trim download, you can see we can set our in and out points. Then when we hit download, it's going to ask us what resolution we want to download it in, 1080 or 4K. And that's a pretty important update as well, because up until this update, if you were filming in, say, 5.4K, there was no real way to download that footage, have it downsampled to 4K so you could actually play it on your phone. The Photos app in iOS does not support anything over 4K. So this is definitely a nice new feature if you want to be able to preview a clip or download it and share it to social media quickly. You can now download just a small section of that clip, but you can also now downsample your 5.4K so it is compatible with iPhones and your iPad. Once you select your resolution, you just hit download, and it's just going to download that small section, and it's going to save you a ton of time and a ton of battery power. Now I just want to show you here that yes indeed, when you plug the controller in, it is still charging automatically. They haven't changed that, and they haven't added the feature where you can disable that. That was removed a couple versions ago. And I know a lot of people are hoping they bring that back where you can disable that feature because they don't want the controller charging the phone if it doesn't really need it. But as it stands right now, as soon as you plug the phone into the controller, it's just going to automatically start charging. And also, just to mention, if you're a person who flies the Mini 2, The only real change you're going to notice is the new EV compensation slider. That relates to the Mini 2, the original Mavic Air, the Air 2S, everything that uses the Fly app. Like I said, there are some slight design changes to the attitude indicator, but with the Mini 2, obviously you're not going to get the obstacle avoidance notifications in the attitude indicator. So I will be doing a test flight later today with the Mini 2 and the Air 2S, just testing out the new app to make sure everything is stable. Sometimes when they update apps and firmware, they can inadvertently cause other problems, connectivity problems. So I will be doing a full test of that later this afternoon. And hopefully if timing works out, I'll be able to post that either later today or tomorrow for you. Well folks, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.